Male.
And what's his date of birth?
It's February 7th, 2018.
And do you want to provide what the race and ethnicity would be considered?
Native American, black and white.
Could you tell us your phone number again so we can write it down so if we need to call you again, because we don't want to lose it. What's your phone number?
It's just the 800 number you called, 800-932-0313.
And who is this?
You wouldn't necessarily... My name's Sabrina and I'm operator 351.
Okay.
If we would get disconnected, you wouldn't necessarily get me back. You would
Right.
just get another caseworker.
Okay, but who are you? Are you're the child abuse reporting line, correct?
Yes, I take the information of child abuse or neglect reports and then I send them to the county.
And you investigate it, or you just make the reports?
No.
Who?
We just take the information of the child abuse and neglect and then we send it to the county.
Okay, my question is who investigates? That's my question.
Allegheny County.
It would be the county of where the concerns would be.
Okay, and what do you do when they don't investigate? And what do you do when the police don't do welfare checks because the foster mother is married to a police officer and her nephew also works for a police officer and he's a criminal. So what do you do in that situation? I mean,
But I just take the information. You would need to contact the county directly to ask them.
right,
questions. I can provide you.
Yeah, we'll take that number.
okay, we'll take that number too if you could give that to us, please.
In what county would it be where the concerns are?
Allegheny County.
Allegheny County.
Allegheny? Okay. Alright, so their phone number is going to be 412-473-2000.
Okay. Yeah, because, every time there's a report through you guys, it never gets documented and it never gets looked into, and that's been proven. I'm her friend, so I know for a fact that there's only been one report that they actually looked into. And
that's because we called from another
that's
state.
because of, getting other people, outsiders outside of the state of Pennsylvania involved. So they're going to say they're going to take 9 to 12 months when these children could die any day and the 3-year-old is having health issues and he's being neglected medically.
Okay, and I get your concern. The only thing that we do, we take the report, the information
Right.
that is given
Well,
to us, and we send it
right.
to the county,
Well,
but as to what they do from
okay.
there.
Well, she's going to give you her
That's fine.
complaints and then I'll give you mine. But I just want to tell you this. We have the National Child Abuse Prosecutor and Advocate TV, who's a child abuse law enforcement agency. So he's going to look into it all. But yeah, I'll let you talk to her.
Hello.
Okay, no problem.
So,
Because everybody's not enforcing nothing, so he's going to enforce it.
okay. Yes. So today, a Second Chance just got off the phone, just called me, and then as soon as I hung up with them, I'm calling you because my 4 children, who I gave you their names and birthday, they're not since April. CYF, they removed the kids from proven false documentation. I still have not had a dependency hearing, but he just told me that he was like, no, your kids are picked, they have it documented, that my kids are picked up at the grandmother's house, which she's not even the grandmother, that's also false documentation. But they said that my children are picked up at 6910 Kelly Street, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 15208. I asked them to please correct that because that is false information. They're picked up, my 3-year-old is picked up from Wilkinsburg, which is a very dangerous community. And they don't have the pickup locations of the children documented correctly. But he said he's going to fix that today. But I want to report that because it's been false documentation since April. It's now
Tell me about the 2
September.
hours every day he disappears from the Hosanna house and no one knows where he is.
Yes. Also,
Every-
videos of my.
So I need you to slow down because I am trying to type the information that you're giving me, but I can't get everything as fast as you're talking.
Tell her you want a
but I'm trying to
confirmation.
document what I can. Okay, so I need you to kind of slow down and know you're kind of frustrated and upset about things, and I want to try and document what I can to get your concerns and your complaints. Okay.
Tell her
I need you to kind
you
of
want
slow down a little
immediate
bit.
action and you want
You said the added is
confirmation
all four of the
written
children
that
are
they're
safe
looking
off their
into.
home?
Yes, they are. And today, James from A Second Chance told me they had incorrect pickup location of the children documented. But I've been having concerns where the children are picked up from, and they told me, oh, you'll never know, we're not telling you. Well, I just found out today that they had false documentation on where the children are actually picked up from.
Picked up for
For a
what
court,
is that?
for a court-ordered visit, CYF requested that they do not follow. Like how they do not follow it is my kids don't show up, and when they do show up, it's always a problem where they can't be on time. But yeah, they have but they're in contempt of the court order. Who said what?
Who said they were not going to give me that information? Where they were actually located at?
All of the CYF employees have refused to give me that information.
And what I want to know, what I'd like to know is
Write
why.
it down for when it's your turn.
Okay.
Or why what?
Ask her, tell her what I want to know. You're the mother. Tell her what I want to know is how come in 6 months of reports there's only one that is actually looked into and documented. So you want her to give it to you in writing that she's making a report.
Oh yes, please. If I could have something
Because-
in writing,
because-
I've made a lot of reports,
And they never get reported.
and they never get reported. I only have a confirmation of one. It was sent to my email. The others were not. I was not confirmed, and I had to contact an out of.
Do a report online.
No, telephone.
I mean, okay. Because when we take reports,
They don't get looked into.
and other the complaints and abuse and neglect, we don't get. The only thing that is provided is our first name and our ID number.
Okay, but do you guys have a paper trail to prove that you made a report? Because all these reports are not getting handed over. So somebody's throwing them out.
So-
Where are they going?
Ma'am, we take all the information in the system.
And you
the
give it,
processor
and you
reports,
give it to who?
process them, and then they are sent.
It's given to Allegheny
they are
County.
sent
Allegheny County's
electronically
destroying
to the
it.
County of where the concerns are, or
So
to
we
the
need documentation. They're
agency
sent over
of
to the
where
county.
A complaint or any other information would need.
Okay, ask her how many
Okay.
records does she see that's been sent
Can I
over
have some type of confirmation on how many records have been sent over?
in the last, since April till now?
I can't give you that information. I don't know. Everything that I gather at this point is new. I have no clue.
She
what
can't do that.
is
She just makes the report.
Okay,
That's the other person's-
all right, well, thank you. Well, that's another thing we got. They're destroying evidence.
Take any information of abuse, neglect, or any kind of complaint, we have to start from the beginning and get all that information.
Oh,
Even if
okay.
the county might have that information.
Yeah, well, the county is throwing the information away, and we're gonna prove that.
Yes, so, yes, I'd like to make the report. Today I found out, A Second Chance Incorporated had false documentation on where the kids are being picked up from.
What is the second chance? Is that the foster agency?
Yes, that's the foster agency that my children are placed with that, has been proven to, commit a lot of corruption. But yeah, so today, his name is James. He called me from A Second Chance, and he said that they had false information on where the children are actually picked up from.
Do you know James's last name at all?
He did not provide a last name. He
He
called.
told you what again? That there is false information about where the children were picked up from?
Yes.
Also, let her know that the doctors confirmed that they weren't going to the medical appointments.
Yes, he has false information on where the children are picked up from. I informed him today of the correct information, and he said he will get that changed. But I still would like it documented that this whole time until today, so they had false information on where the children are actually picked up from.
You informed James today the information that of where they were picked up from?
Correct.
don't forget, CPS is lying and canceling his appointments, medical negligence.
Yes, so yes, today.
And they're not being taken to a doctor's appointment
Yes, that is correct as well.
on foster family.
Yes, and CPS, yes, they're saying they were not aware of my son's GI conditions when I videoed him sick and sent it to the caseworker back in April, and he was not seen. I made an appointment, I believe it was July. The 3-year-old,
Which
Jesse
child?
Dubois.
Jesse.
Yes. And as of right now, he has a thumb injury that needs to be seen by a doctor. And they will not allow him to be seen for his thumb injury, and it's really bad. And my daughter confirmed it today on the virtual Zoom visit that was the computer was not working and the screen went black and there was no video and no sound, and no adult was there to supervise them. And my son's thumb was injured, and I would like him to get care, and they won't allow it. And
Jesse has a thumb injury that has not been taken to get medical attention.
Correct.
Or is it that who's not allowing him to get medical
Doreen
care?
Thomas,
Caitlin Leo,
Doreen.
Sierra James, and Doreen Thomas.
they keep denying him medical
Who
care.
are these people?
Doreen Thomas is the woman with the false documentation. She's false documented as his grandmother. She's the one that she's the director of A Second Chance. She is of the agency. A Second Chance is where my kids are placed with. CYF placed them with A Second Chance, and Doreen Thomas is a Second Chance employee, and her sister who lives there, Kelly Thomas, is also a Second Chance employee. And I would like to know why there's false documentation that she's their grandmother and why they're living with workers of the agency. And they won't give me any information. They just tell me because I'm an ex-employee, I can't have that information.
Give me a second, please. You said you're wanting to know why there's false documentation?
Yes, I'd like to know why there's false documentation. Megan, she's a Second Chance Incorporated kinship navigator. She approved houses, and then she said CYF denied it because the paperwork states he's already with family. I found out today from A Second Chance. James called me from phone number 412 389-2459 at 5:04 p.m. and they had false documentation. I think you got that already. They had the pickup location of the.
The family member would be Doreen, who they're saying she's with.
No, his name. He's Jesse is a boy. They have false documentation on his pickup location. He told me today that they have it documented that he's picked up from 6910 Kelly Street and taken to the CYF building for a visit when that is false documentation. He's picked up from Hosanna House in Wilkinsburg. And they also, the police...
I need you to slow down. I need you to slow down again. You said Jesse is reported to be picked up from where?
false documentation.
Okay, but what is the address again?
They said that he's picked up from 6910 Kelly Street, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 15208. That is incorrect. He's picked up from...
Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm trying to type what you're telling me so that it's in here, and I need you to slow down. This is false information. Jesse is picked up from where?
He's picked up from 807 Wallace Avenue. That's where he's really picked up from. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 15221. He also
Wallace
leaves...
Avenue?
Yes, 807 WALLACE Avenue, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 15221. I also would like to make reports that he's been with a lot of strangers and he goes unknown places. He leaves daycare it's just false documentation, and he goes with all these different people. And the Wilkinsburg Police Department said because Doreen Thomas has custody, the daycare's not doing anything wrong. But there's just this needs to be reported. There's sex trafficking going on in Pittsburgh. My son has learned sexual acts while in their care.
He was hit by a car when their care.
I need you to slow down, please. And I need, you're kind of throwing a whole bunch of information at me at one time. And I need to kind of go through each thing a little bit at a time. Because you're telling me stuff and then you go to something else. I need you to kind of slow down if you can. Because I want to be able to document the concerns that you have, but you're kind of giving me a whole bunch at one time. Can you do that?
Yes.
The main
I
concern.
know you're frustrated, and I would be too.
Yeah.
The main
I just
concern
need you
is
to
the
kind of
abuse.
Slow down for a second.
Yes.
Can I place you on hold for a brief second?
Yes.
Thank you.
Put her on mute. So they don't have they don't keep records or a paper trail of the reports. They're full of shit. By law they have to.
Well, we got her.
So now
name
we got
and her ID number.
yeah, and we're gonna put
Not
her on
taking a
fucking
record.
YouTube too, so everybody can see that when you call them, they don't report it, they just send it away, and then it doesn't go anywhere because you only have one report. Which the kids are in immediate danger. Severe weight loss, medical negligence, they're being abused,
They're not reporting it.
and they're not reporting.
They're covering up for each other.
They're all doing it, and we're going to expose
Now
them.
we finally have proof. We've been doing this since April, and they've been covering it up since April.
Yep. Now we're going to expose them because this video is going right on
April
YouTube.
7th, 2021.
And all this shit's going on Advocate
Get me
TV.
on TV.
Okay.
No,